Shalom everyone! Welcome back to another virtual Sunday school service. This week we will learn about a woman who shared about Jesus to her neighbors. Let's read the summary. Taking the gospel to neighbors. Jesus had to travel through Samaria. He and his disciples came to a town called Sychar. They stopped near a well. Jesus was tired, so he sat down to rest while his friends went into town to get something to eat. When a woman came out of the town to get water, Jesus asked, "Will you give me a drink?" The woman was surprised. She knew this man was a Jew. She was a Samaritan and knew most Jews would have nothing to do with Samaritans. Puzzled, she asked him why he would want her to get water for him. Jesus began to talk about a living water that would keep her from ever being thirsty again. He was talking about the possibility of having God live in her heart and give her his peace and eternal life. Jesus told the woman to bring her husband. When she said she did not have a husband, he said she was right. He began to tell her about her life, how she had had 5 husbands and the man she was living with wasn't her husband. The woman was so amazed, she ran back to town to tell all her neighbors about Jesus. "Come and see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be Christ?" Then all her neighbors came out to meet Jesus. Are you done reading the summary? The Samaritan woman was so amazed at her experience with Jesus that she went and told all her neighbors about him. Share about your experience with Jesus with someone this week. Let's move on to the activities. Let's start on the first activity for this week. Jesus Talk. Draw a line from each situation to the words that could help you begin talking to a neighbor about Jesus. Match these statements to these on this side. Here are my answers. Do yours match mine? Let's move on to the second activity for this week. My neighbors. Neighbors come in all shapes and sizes. Do you have neighbors like the ones below? Draw a circle around the pictures that remind you of neighbors you could tell about Jesus. Then draw a picture of your neighbor. A special gift. Make a gift bag and give it to a neighbor to let him or her know about Jesus. Remember, the neighbor can be any age or size. You will need a paper lunch bag, a strip of construction paper, stamps or markers or paint. What to do? Roll down the top edges of the lunch bag to make a nice edge on the top of your gift bag. Staple the construction paper strip to the insides of the bag to make a handle. Stamp or paint the bag or decorate it with markers. On one side of the bag, write a message such as "Jesus loves you" or "Jesus gives eternal life." Put items in the bag that your neighbor might enjoy, such as a small bag of cookies and a packet of cocoa or coffee or a tea bag. Give the gift bag to your neighbor. Let your neighbor know you were thinking about him or her and wanted him or her to know about Jesus' love seen in John 3:16. Create a special gift for your neighbor, or you can give them one just like this one. And that's it for this week, guys. Don't forget to remember your memory verse. Whoever drinks the water I give him will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life. John 4, verse 14. Thank you for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. Bye!